In this lecture, I'll show you how to create and run Python scripts in PyCharm. A Python script is nothing more than a text file with the .py extension that contains Python code. PyCharm is probably the most popular integrated development environment or IDE for Python. It includes great features such as excellent code completion and inspection with advanced debugger, and support for web programming and various frameworks such as Django and Flask. We'll use PyCharm throughout this course when we have to develop more complex Python scripts with tens of lines of code or projects that consist of many Python files or modules. Using PyCharm is simple. Let's open PyCharm. After opening PyCharm, you basically create one or more projects, and inside each project you create Python scripts, which are text files with .py extension. A project is a directory in your file system. I'll create a project simply called my Python project. PyCharm will create by default a virtual environment, which is an isolated working environment for each project. PyCharm is creating the project. After creating the project, I'll right-click on the project name, then New and Python file. And I'll create a file called script1. If I write script1, it will create in fact a file called script1.py. It will automatically add the .py extension. This is my Python script. Now I'll write some Python code. Don't focus on the code for this moment, but only on how to run the script using PyCharm. And I write x equals 5 and print x ** 5. It will print x raised to the power of 5. In fact, 5 raised to the power of 5. Comparing to Python idle, where if you write the name of a variable, it will automatically print its value, here in PyCharm, it's mandatory to use the print function if you want to display the value of a variable. Now, I'll execute or run the script, and the code will be run within the IDE environment. There are several options. Right-click anywhere in the script, and then left-click on Run and the name of the script. And we see the result here in its own console. Another option to run the script is to go to Run and click on Run and the name of the script. And I've got the same result. There is also a shortcut which is by default Ctrl, Shift and F10. Of course, you can change the shortcut or any other aspect of PyCharm by going to File and Settings. Note that if PyCharm in the course of code analysis encounters any errors, they are immediately reported. For example, print y. This is an error and I've done it on purpose. The code is underlined with a red curvy line, and if I hover my mouse over this curvy line, detailed information about the error appears as a tooltip. In this case, unresolved reference y. I've used an undefined variable. And we can also see information about the error in the PyCharm console. These were some basics about using PyCharm, but you can find a lot of resources in the PyCharm documentation that is also attached to this lecture.